Yeah, in the previous video I've spoken mostly about the global investments, but right now I'm just looking into my portfolio and how I have performed. I personally know that I have not performed extremely well this month, and it's not doing so great. Not just this month, for the past 3 months, it is not so great where I have invested. So let's look into it. So the return was extremely low for last 3 months. If you see, the realized is 15,000 and unrealized is 1 lakh. Okay, and also in futures and options, it's not so good. The shape doesn't look great. The previous months were really great, but that's what you shouldn't be expecting from market every day to be a green day. So if you so here is where what happened. Okay, let me focus only on why should I focus on all those months. Let's focus only on November, what exactly happened. So November, one major investment which has taken most of the profits is um, Biocon. Yeah, Biocon is one of the investments, and also I didn't want to directly put it in stocks but take it as a leverage and then invest in futures. That's one decision which I've taken. That is where I've taken a huge hit. So this, I consider it as investment, but um, so investing in futures rather than directly investing in stock is what I have done here. But if you see here, I've bought it at extremely good price, and I'm rolling this even for this month. The positions will be here, right? Holdings, positions, yes. So if you see today's positions, it would be somewhere here. Yeah, this doesn't load. Yeah, so if you see, I have currently December's position here, where I've taken this, and this position so far is in profits. But overall exposure, if you see, Tata Power has a huge exposure, long and short. So this is fine, but now coming to this again. So futures and options, I've made a loss in the entire month of November, and in equity, I've made some decent profits, but I don't consider this as profit, and I'll consider this as an exit which I've done. But this was one of a move which I wasn't thinking about, and I had to do this because of one thing. First of all, I invested in Geofinance a lot, uh, almost 60% of my portfolio, and there was an unexpected news from Geofinance which devastated me as an investor, where they are, first I thought they're directly going to compete with these guys, that is Bajaj Finance. But later the move, what they have taken here is not actually good. So they have given up their licenses for this, and they are going for CIC. So this decision, I was not interested in that company, because the main thing is I want them to compete with Bajaj Finserv. So they're going to eat up the market is what I thought, but there's nothing to do as such. But yeah, then but still, the company's valuation, I like the current valuation. That is why I'm still invested in it, but not aggressively as that. So I have actually exited from this now. Since I have exited this, I was planning for other assets as well. So I have taken those positions, but I have missed out on most of the crucial things which I know, but I couldn't. So one bad thing which I have not done is basically I have not invested in Aster DM. I was invested in that earlier, but then I stopped in investing, and I didn't look into that. But just a day before they announced the selling of the GCC assets, I had the information a day before I was calculating that, and I thought it was a wrong move, but actually it's a strategically a good move right now. But that, you know, this is the difference between institute and a person. So if you're a personal investor, you have to take decisions much faster, and you have to process things much faster. And tomorrow if you do that, so one day had a 20% up move, so I couldn't risk, and now it is at a high valuation, so I don't want to touch it. Earlier I was actually into this and I have the stock, but I sold it because of geofinance. So this decisions, right, are basically crippling me, and this creates sometimes, you know, a certain feelings which, you know, I missed out on that and other things. This is the crucial part where I get emotionally carried sometimes, but this was one of the moments. So if you see here, it was at 320, 320, and suddenly it jumped to 400, and now today it is at 4. It jumped again from here to 420, but now if I go through the valuations, so if you see the book price to book, it is at an all-time high, but we have to compare this. Not, I'll just compare with Apollo. If you see this, Apollo is at PB of 10 PB, and P ratio of Apollo will be always high, but 2 times of this. Let's compare with global health and entire hospitality in one pictures and one go. And if you see, what happened is now it has crossed, Astadium has crossed the global health and also the the entire hospitality industries PI. So that it is overvalued compared to the median. But this move, what happens is right now they are directly participating in India and going to create more hospitals in India is what is the strategic move, is what I feel like. So that is one good strategy which they have. But now if you're seeing in PB it is less. Now what would happen if they sell all these things? They'll have a huge money which they can deploy and create, and this is where the this is ROC has to grow, and that is where I'm seeing. But margin wise they're not so great so far. Let's see the financials from the other aspect where I have missed out on this, so I'm just curious. I'll make another video, but ultimately the valuation right now is decent in PB and P. Let's see the last valuations. This cool. So if you're seeing this is also at a decent valuation, so I can just directly buy it even at this price. But not I don't want to aggressively get invested and carried off from this one. But let's go to other aspects. So yeah, this is one thing which I feel like. Then what am I invested right now? Okay, let's see futures and options. Just avoid this. What happened to HDFC Life? HDFC Life, this is a bearish position, but I've also made money in HDFC November futures, and the move was so fast and I couldn't hedge it within that period, I guess. But I guess I've made some money in this one, but overall it's lost. So you have a lot of learning lessons to do when we have losses. But what happened here is JSW was a hedge again, and Biocon was the only loss. So if I remove this and let's okay, this is minus of, so if I do this right, so actually I would be sitting in 37,000. So options trading wise, it's good. Investment wise it has gone wrong. That is, investment wise it is in a negative position. But let's see. So this way I'm satisfied that we have made profit. So but the amount is extremely less. Okay, the previous month I have screwed it up. I guess I'll still show you for the month of October. Yeah, we were in losses again here. What was a massive loss? I think uh, PL futures, we had the position and continued the position. That is, thank God, I have removed this position. This was an investment. So this position I have taken it off, but there was no huge loss. If you have seen this, the price currently is sitting at 100 rupees minus, so actually it's a good position. So now I have a P of it at 900, and let's see if this profits will be recovered by that, then it is good. But yeah, and what else? Scott, this is a sudden move, I guess. I'm not sure about this one. I don't have a log for this, so I have to improve myself again. I used to carry logs, but after being, you know, not profitable, or I would say after understanding trading, swing trading, I stopped maintaining logs. But I am maintaining video logs right now, whatever I used to, but even that I've stopped. So I have to actively do that on each position. So I am extremely active here. So yeah, Biocon. Now let's go to equities position. Equity position for October, I have made huge losses. So I have made all these might be profitable right now, but I have sold all these things, including, I regret, even GRIC. I didn't see IRFC. So most of the positions might be profitable, extremely profitable. If not, Godrej Industries moved 20% up after I sold it. So this was a disappointment again. But I have bought and sold it multiple times. The movement was really good for this DRAC. I regret, even this moved almost 40% up from where I have sold it. So October से अभी तक the losses are continuing, but November I have made a profit on Geo. So that profit, this is eating off. So basically, last 2 months I have made losses. So I was active, but yeah, let's see. So this is what happens. So if I got into Geo, then and then if you see Geo made some money there, yeah, this is how it would be, right? Okay, and LIC is making decent things there, and Fluorochem is also what I'm sitting with. So let's see the current positions. Current positions I have is in all these. So not, it's decently diversified, not extremely diversified. But let's see from the negative ones. First is Dreamfox. I have invested on it few days ago. Not extremely extremely invested, but yeah, I'll start doing more due diligence and increase the quantity. So I don't want to leave it, so I've put in some amount. Next is Fluorochem, Gujarat Fluorochem. I am invested into it, and LIC I have this position, and I'm continuing to have this position. Then Tata Power, got it recently, and also have a hedged. So here I have a hedged position. These two, Geofinance hedged with Reliance, and Tata Power hedged with Tata Power itself. So I have two positions in this, and NSIL is being hedged, I guess. This is a good thing where, like, there sometimes, we exit and we don't realize that we have exited. So I had this position of JSW Steel when the price was extremely low. So if you see, JSW has moved a lot. So I had a hedged position of NSIL with JSW Steel. So I was hedging it here. So I was hedging with it 800 calls, but now it has moved so far. It's good that I had 2 lots of that. So I would have lost my money, but I have exited with a decent loss. So I am actually happy that I've exited that position right now. Otherwise, I would be making more losses here. So let me show you that positions also, so that way even I'll remember it in a much better way. So where is that position? JSW steel. JSW steel is here. So JSW. This is for the month of October only. Yeah. JSW steel. Here is the position. So in JSW, let's focus on just JSW. Okay. So Tata Steel is yes. So JSW steel is here. So if you see the overall loss in JSW by hedging the stock, just calculate everything combined. Cool. So the total loss is around 6,000 on this, but I was hedging NSL, which made around 50,000. So hedge worked in my favor, where I have made money, but actually lost money. So usually, hedge has to be taken as hedge. It's an insurance. So, and you can earn money with it, but you should not consider it as a primary source of money. The move should be the primary source. So it has moved almost 11%, which is decent. So I'm considering this as a major way of making money than option trading in this case. So that's the reason. If you go back to, let's say, how much would it cost to hedge this? So I actually pledged it. I don't know why it's not being pledged also. So I wanted to pledge it. So if, let's say, I'm selling 2 in the money calls, let's say here, and also I'm taking this was a position which I initially had. So if this was a position, I am paying almost margin of 2 lakhs for this position, which I'm carrying almost 5 lakhs. But indirectly what I'm doing is I'm carrying a delta of minus 1 point, more than a lot, right? So if I multiply it by size, only multiply by size, it's this one. If I don't multiply, it is small, multiply by size. So if you see, minus 1.2 is what I have right now. Now if I trade this, I need exactly 2 lakh amount, where I'm pledging this. If I don't know why it's not being pledged, but ultimately if you pledge this, I'll get the 2 lakh 3 lakhs margin on this, definitely. So that's where I'm working on. But ultimately, so this is pledged, this is pledged. Now Geo Finance is pledged or not? I guess it was pledged earlier. Yeah, this is how I'm pledging it. So if you see, Geo Finance have taken around let's say Geo Finance, I have around 6 lakhs worth GeoFin, right? So if you see, GeoFin, I have 6.4. I have hedged it with Reliance in this, and totally 4% plus, and this is the position which is in delta, again delta minus this one. Even if I'm multiplying, it's basically a little bearish, but how much would I make on this move is I'll just have this position. If it goes up, GeoFin might not go up. That is the worst thing in these kind of trades. GeoFin might stay there and Reliance can play left, right, and that's where you are going to lose your money. But if there is direct hedge, it's much easier. But Reliance, but the thought process behind is GeoFin has Reliance as a main thing. That is, they have the entire stock of Reliance, so that's where they are making core of their money. So I'll hold that and hedge with Reliance is the entire thought process, and it's a stable investment, not a extremely secure investment, but stable investment. So this is where the game is. So I'm just I'll keep holding this, and then yeah. So Reliance has been okay. Now the another investment which I am still continuing, as I said, Biocon, which I've made a loss of 70 plus thousand there, and even in equity I have made some loss in Biocon, but here I'm just putting this as a investment here in futures because I don't have enough margin to do that. So I have the amount of 33 here, it is what it shows, but it's not the reality, I guess. But so we can use the leverage here in this case because I trust in Biocon because the valuation was decent even when I bought, but the market dumped it. So when now I hold this position, and if it goes up, I'll make the money back, but the losses are also taken, so that I might recover the previous month's profits, but I don't think it is going to move up all of a sudden. So I'm still hedged with this. So if it goes up again, I'll get into even stocks of this. But Biocon, this is the picture. So I'm investing in Biocon with this, and also we'll get into PL in few months, not right now, in February or something like that. Let's see the chart here. So what it shows here is basically there is a huge resistance at 1000 and huge support, not huge support, decent support at 900, and that is where I'm getting in. So I have sold it for 20 rupees. So basically I'll be getting the stock at 880. That's the entire thing. If otherwise I'll take the premium and I'll just sit with this position. I know I can hedge it, but I am not doing this because it's not delta wise it's decent to eat this, but I can sell even this one and get 1 rupee. But yeah, that's not looking into that as of now, because I'm just I just want this to close, and then I'll have some money to invest in the same stock and play with that in the right time. Now let's go to Tata Power. I'm hedging this Tata Power. So let's see how this is. So Tata Power has moved today like 4%. So I've exited this positions, and this is the existing position, and I don't regret this, but I think I got a decent price in this one because I waited for some time to get this executed here, and the price has reduced on this. So basically I am sitting in. So basically so if you consider delta hedge, so I have around 2000 Tata stock, which I am hedging almost 500 of them. But ultimately if it moves down further, I don't think it might move down so much further. Let's check the general OI. There is a good resistance here at 280. So I can actually, I'm not sure 100%, but there's a good resistance here, but also there are straddles being created at 270 area, right? So I don't want to basically sell it right now, so I'm just waiting for this moment. So 280 is there, so I have two 291. So my position might be something like this, or yeah, I just have some position like this where I can actually hedge it in a much better way, but I'm waiting for some time to actually that to go in my favor, or not actually go down further, but I'm investing in this for some time. So for, let's say, this is a long-term investment, not for some time. I would be investing this on Tata Power for almost not even one, till next 5 years, I guess. I guess till 2030. That is 7 years from now, or 6 years from now. Yeah. Phew. Then let's go to UPL. I entered into this. I wanted to roll up the calls further, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm thinking I'll exit the position. That would be a better idea, but the upside is 12. Usually what I do is I don't exit right now, but let's see what are the OI change. If you're seeing people are entering in the money calls here, and if you see overall open interest, it is basically it's saying it's bullish and people are interested in 600 straddle. So even I can basically do this straddle and stay invested. I was actually bullish in UPL, so I will exit this, and if I enter this, I don't want to be too bullish on everything. That's the reason. Again, the previous video I was expressing my views whether the market will be more flattish. So right now strangles are the best thing to do, and just give them some time and they'll give us some money. So yeah, so this way in UPL we are in a safe position. In Tata Power we are not so much in a safe position. In Reliance we are in a safe position. In BL we are in a safe position, and Biocon is also in a decent position right now. So I can basically be in these positions the same way. Okay, so that's the same move. I think these are the positions which I'll have for this month. If there are something interesting panning out, I'll also make a videos. Not like I forgot in few weeks, but I'll surely make a video once in a week and then post it online. Okay then, thank you guys for watching my video. Bye.